The back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check flag 47. Hey, tight.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Mike's 40. Friday. Let's go, heavy. Heavy, what you got?
From the gun, it's Wilson. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check. 47.
On first down, Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check. 43.
Throwing on second and 8. Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
36 power.
Pick it up.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. And Dixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their own 22. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 24, Brees. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away.
Now Brees wants the football. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Brees now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, exit. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 55 to mine.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
Ready? 5-9.
On first down, Brees. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Now a throw right side taken in here to With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Move the team. Mark 47. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Check, 315. 47. Check, 47. I'm coming out to you.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at the 20. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Check back 47. I'll go special. I'll go special. Alert, 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 alert. You got nothing today.
Now Wilson on first down. It's caught right side, Dixon.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Gun. Good job right there. You got tight.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson completes it to Dixon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Now Wilson operating from the gun. And Dixon has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. To throw is Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Check. You guys, listen. I'm on. You better bring it. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. We go. There. 47 Mike.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And 16 yards there and a first down again.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 47 is the mark. Check, 47.
Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but now it's third and goal.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is third and goal.
14, got it.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Throwing now is Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Bring it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 5-8. I got you, son. 11. 55. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Kamara, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Yellow lady. Give me that ball.
shotgun now for Breeze. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams...
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
12, 47.
Now it's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Ready. You ready? 55. Kill. Mike, 55. Right there, remember, 55. Bravo. I'm coming good.
Here's Breeze to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
36. Mike, check 55. Mike, you don't want that, baby. You don't. Hey, Alpha. You don't want to see me. Where's that?
To throw is Breeze. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
One fluff. Motion. Hey, check.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Check 52. Pull up for signal. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Again, Wilson tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Luck's good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Mike 27. You. Bang out. Bam. 3, check 3. Shift. Look, 64. Wait. Check safety. Why? Get wide.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
47. I'm coming. 14, got it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Short one here, complete to Dixon. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Touch 50. Right left.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words,
and Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Kill. 80 weapons. 25.
Breeze now on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Breeze now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
14, 40. 47 Mike, Mike, 47. Listen. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Target. Hey, check Mike.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Marcus Davenport, the first-rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready. You ready? Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Army.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nazir Jones cruises in for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's second down.
Ready? 5-9. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Toss play, Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the Seahawks 13-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against weird, frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
14.
Now Breeze on third down. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 13 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here. Late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So now here comes the field goal team for the... And Lutz's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
14.
On first down, Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
First and 10. Gotta go. 47. Check, 47. Hey, man. Watch the boot. 47's
out of the gun. Here's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at the 31-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On second down, Kamara. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Right here, right here. Run left, run left. Boy, 47. Check, 47. Watch right.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
95-56, 95-56. They're not ready for this, man.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Bree's going to throw here. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Kill. Watch the clock. Motion, block. Check.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Check Mike 47. Ricky. Delta. 47 Mike. Mike 47. He don't know no better. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ed Dixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 5. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball.
Breeze is looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, now Breeze. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Saints, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.